Good to be here. Those of you who came driving, clap for yourselves. The claps have reduced. Let me... Okay, those who came in a lift, somebody brought you. Clap for yourself. The claps have increased. Now, let me show you where the claps are. If you came on a motorcycle, if you came on a border... Listen, me, Okello, I'm a fan of bikes. I like bodas. If you don't know bodas, those are the traffic, whatever, this transport, whatever, bikes that we use in Kampala. But this is one thing I've learned about bikes, my brother, in Kampala. If you bargain, they treat you badly. Have you noticed? I've realized that if they mention a price and you accept the price immediately, my brother, they treat you like a king. You walk to a border stage, you're like, hey, border. And they come to you and you're like, boss, hey, from here up to town, how much? Like, 15,000. You're like, okay, we go. He's also surprised. We go. He can't believe he has landed on a Ugandan who is willing to let go 15,000. Before you even sit, he says, let me first wipe. Let me wipe. Because now you're a king. He wipes for you. He says, are you okay? He starts asking you about your health. Are you doing exercise? He said, yeah, I do. You need to. You are the people we need in this country. He's caring about. He starts giving you life advice. You know, you should visit home, see people at home. You know, don't just stay in the city. Because he likes you. You are now friends. And then you move with him. You know, when you've paid the amount they want, you can even give them advice and they follow. He's taking a route that you don't like. You're like, why don't you turn right? It's okay, my boss. He turns. Have you ever bargained to less than 50% of the original? You say, boss, I'm going to town. Say, hey, you're like, how much? Like, 15. Like, I have 2,500. 2,500. Guy first looks at you. Now, the problem with border guys is they have a daily goal. So you find his goal for that day was 40,000 and your so far made like 38. It's like, anyway. But he's not happy with you. He says, you just sit. You sit. This is how you know he's annoyed. There's that when they are kicking the whatever. He waits for you to put your legs very well. Steps on your toes. Quack! Then they're like, boss, like you are the one who does it. You are the one who is making noise. Calm down. You know the price of motorcycles these days? Man's just riding the bike. You can't advise him. He turns left, you wanted to turn. Like, why don't we? You buy your car and you turn left. Making for us noise. Border guys. There's a time I bargained for a border. I paid less than 50% of what he wanted. I was going to Zambia hospital. Said, hey, I said, it's Zambia. Said, what is there? I said, there's someone who is sick. They will use everything against you. There's a friend of mine who is sick. I'm going to visit him. So what is he suffering from? I got some meningitis. I don't know something. But I'm going to support him. He said, you can't pay 15,000. And you think you'll treat meningitis? Your friend will die. Just plan for the burial. Border guys. But listen, there are things I find interesting about border guys. And as Ugandans, we are also not serious. Have you noticed that as Ugandans, we are hypocrites? When you're using a border, you hate cars. When you're in the car, you hate borders. So sometimes I don't blame borders. I don't blame these bike riders sometimes. Because when you're on the bike, you know when you're late for like a meeting or you're late for work and you jump on the bike, it is you who says, my brother, go. Even ones like, you know my bike, the tires are very, just. Now, every bad decision he makes is yours. You're on the bike, then you find a trailer is here, there's a taxi, there's very little space. It is you who says, you can fit, you just. It's like, Mukamawang, I'm not sure, you just believe. You squeeze yourself there. The next day, you are in a car. And you're driving. Or somebody's driving, you are in the car. And you see a bike coming. Out of nowhere, the bike starts squeezing. You are the very first one to say, this is the border, guys. Even abuse the passenger. See, this useless. He can't even direct the boy. Empty heads only. Yet yesterday you were the empty head. Border guys are amazing. This is the thing I find interesting. Do you know border guys are the only people who can talk on phone without pressing the button? Ever been on a bike and the guy just picks the call? You're on a bike and then... They say, I don't know. Sekaja, what does Sekaja want? You always fix it in the helmet. He will do an entire transaction of mobile money on his just in the helmet. Hey, how much? 50,000. Okay, let me put the pin. Have you received? Have you? It's the wrong pin. Let me try again. But the guys can do anything. But I have a concern, and I want, if anyone here is in charge of borders, please. I feel like it's about time borders should tell us their diseases before we board. Because some border guys scare you. There's a time I sat on the border and we were moving. And we started a conversation. I said, hey, but how is Kampala? Ah, we are managing. I said, hey. I said, yeah. I said, but you know, I've been sick recently. I said, eh? I said, yeah, I've been sick. I'm not okay. I said, what is the problem? I said, you know, I've been having epilepsy. I said, you've been having? He said it like it's a blessing. Like, recently I got epilepsy. I said, what? I said, yeah, you know. I said, yeah, you get attacks here and there. You fall down. I said, you do what? I said, Okello, we have a problem. Now, me, Okello, I was hopeful. I was hoping that there's good news. So I started asking him good questions. I said, yeah, but you are recovering. Not really. It's not going well. I said, okay, but you're taking medicine regularly at least. The medicine. I last took in January. I said, my brother, it's November. So I asked him, I said, but the attacks are not often. He said, once a week. I said, once a week? I said, did you get any during this week yet? He said, not yet. But I thank God I've made it to Saturday. I was like, Saturday is the last day of the week. Statistically speaking, the man will fall off. And I said, leave me here. Leave me here. I will walk up to Chebando. I will walk. I said, I will take you. I said, no, you fall alone. I will walk. I see a lot of white people in the audience. Clap for yourselves. Thank you for coming for the show. White people suffer a lot in this country with borders. When they are bargaining, white people don't know how to bargain with borders. They find a bike. Border was like, hello, border, hello. They always make it so romantic. Border. And the border guys like white people. You know the border guys who have taken albinos by mistake. They didn't know. They thought it was a white person. They're like, I've got money. Then it reaches the distance. They're like, you know. Which country are you from? In Valuero. I'm from Luero here. You should have told me before I took you. This is a fraud. White people don't understand prices and distances. Ugandans, it is born. The moment you are born like this, it's in your DNA. You know that Intinda Bukoto is 2,000. You are born, you know. White people always struggling to bargain. You find them there, hello, I would like to go to La Bonita, Theater La Bonita. Like, And by this is the thing I've learned. Me, Okello, I like borders who are from the north. Do you know why? Northerners will tell you, if he doesn't know a place, he'll say, I don't know. It doesn't matter how much money you are offering. In Uganda. Baganda money comes fast. He'll find the place on the way. A white person comes in and their laws are like, hello, I'd like to go to La Bonita, Theater La Bonita. Like, theater! Hey, theater! They always inquire from, there's a random Uganda guy who knows every place in Kampala. Hey, Samuju, theater. Wano theater wano. Theater wano mulago. Referral hospital. Now you sit on the bike like, you're sure you know the theater? We go. We shall find. We go. You're on the bike, you are going. Now, The Muzungu starts talking to the man like, so I'm going to the theater. Do you go there often? Theater, I was born there. Me, my brother, all of us, theater. Said, really? You grew up there? Yeah, theater. Me and theater were like this. Now you are moving. Everything you ask him, you can tell for a fact he doesn't know where he's going. But the Muzungu doesn't understand. Like, really, because they tell me there's a play going on there. Play? They don't play. Mulago, they don't play. It's like, really, because there's a play, I've been told there's a play, something about, I don't know, drug abuse or something. Hey, drugs are not there. If you ask, they abuse you, but you go. That's the drug abuse he has understood. Man takes the Muzungu up to Mulago. When I arrive, he's like, thank you so much for the hospitality. Hey, this is the hospital. You go. Find a white person lost in the hospital. Where's the play? Where? Like, madam, you're in a different theater. Northerners will tell you straight to your face. Like, hello, I'd like to go to theater Laboneta. That one I will not lie. I came to Kampala last week. I can take you to Chadondo if you want Chadondo. Like, but I'm going to give you $50. Keep the dollar, keep the dollar. Me, I do not lie. You walk there. BODA guy is amazing. This is the thing I don't like about BODA guys, and I'm sure 99% of us have gone through this. If you've used bikes, you know what I'm talking about. Know that moment when you're on a bike, it's going well, everything is moving well. Then out of nowhere, you hear the bike coughing. I like how the BODA guy always gets surprised, as if he didn't know he didn't put fuel. They always turn to you as if they are surprised. Like, Fast, get off. Now you get off of the bike. Do you know it's the most shaming thing? Now you are standing there on the side like, like a neglected human being. The BODA guy is there tilting the bike, and they always start apologizing. Yeah, we know we put, but you know. Then they always mention some random petrol station you've never heard of. These people, look man, Simanya what? They put Gasco, I don't know what they did. Then he tilts it. As he's tilting, I don't know why on that day, that's the day people who know you see you. The day you're driving, you never meet OBs and OGs, never. But the day your bike is on the side tilting, that's when people are like, hey, Okello, you're like, yeah, of course. You man, you are, yes, we shall call me when. Sometimes you may stand far away, you cross the road, you leave him there. When you cross the road, you say, go boss, down. Now you have to come look, you're like, he's not, I'm just using. But they do that thing where they blow, I don't know what science is there, but they blow, they time, it's like they blow into the engine, just. You hear the oil speeding. I don't know the magic there, but the moment he steps, the bike has never been alive like that. He says, now you sit. And it's good to go. It's good. It's good to go. BODA guys are amazing, man. But do you know what's interesting? I learned that BODA guys have a very quick IQ. They're very clever. You know, we had COVID in Uganda, and there's a time during COVID where we were learning new words. Which word did you learn, my brother? Quarantine. People learned new words. BODA guys learned words asymptomatic. Do you remember symptomatic, my brother? When someone was sick, but they didn't have symptoms. They were showing no signs, but they are sick. I boarded a border during COVID. You know, curfew was it 7 p.m.? Got a border from town. I was going to Ntinda. When we reached Kira, police, the man turned right towards Lugogo. I was confused. I said, boss, we are supposed to go left. He said, no, let us go right. I said, no, Ntinda, we go left. He said, I know, but let us go right. He said, why? It was around curfew time. He said, no, let us go right. I said, why? He said, you see the police that is there? I said, what? He said, they are symptomatic. I said, what do you mean? Are they sick? He said, no, you see that they are not there. They are there. They are just not showing signs. They're just not showing signs, but they are there. BODA guys are amazing, man. I use BODAs